All right, happy Halloween, everybody. Or Buttoween, maybe I should say. Thanks for joining me on the final episode of the first annual Butt-tober celebration. Today's Wednesday, Butt-tober 31st. And I'm really excited about the music we got lined up today. First off, I bought this 7-inch a long time ago. Little Butthole Surfers, just a song aside. Great little thing. It's got that creepy dog, and the Lord is a monkey on one side, and then on the other side we got these zombie poodles and Good King Wencenslaus. Good King Wencenslaus. I don't know how you're supposed to actually say it. But we're going to listen to those two songs today. I know that we started yesterday with The Lord is a Monkey, but we're going to start with The Lord is a Monkey again today. This is a different version. This version was in the movie and also on the soundtrack for Beavis and Butt-head Do America. Now, I had some difficulties in finding this recordings off of this little 7-inch, so I went ahead and recorded them myself, and it's not great at all. Very lo-fi. Basically, I just I put the record on and I set my phone in front of it and hit record and went with it. So it's not the best recording by any means, but just pretend that I've invited you over to my house and I've taken you down to where my record player is and we're listening to it on a very poor stereo setup. But it'll get you the idea. But great version of Lord is a Monkey. I always thought this version is a little more like off feeling. Like the song itself is, a little uneasy as it is anyway, but I felt like on this version, like even more so, it's almost like the instruments don't quite line up together. It's gives you that unsettling feeling. But it's a great song. Check that out first, and then we'll do Good King Wencenslaus second. I don't even know how to describe this for you. You're going to have to listen to it. You've heard the classic song, a holiday song, not technically, generally a Halloween song, but nonetheless, the only thing I'm going to say about it is, Gibby Haynes in the background, he's kind of just rambling on, just carrying on in the background, kind of, and it sounds intoxicated. It's like the drunk uncle at the family holiday get-together that's wandering around the back of the room talking to himself. That's how Gibby kind of comes across in that. So that's good stuff. That's a special thing just for you that I did. Whether or not it sounds that great or not, my bad. And so the other thing we're going to do today is I came across this actually early on in Butt-tober, and I put it in my liked videos, and then I didn't get a chance to actually listen to it until a couple of nights ago, and I was really blown away. I really loved it. It's basically a kind of first off, it was released in Mexico as near as I can tell. The cover's all in Spanish, and from what I think it's probably like a bootleg release of some sort. Somebody pulled tracks from different the older Surfers albums and a couple of live tracks, and threw them together. And I really enjoyed this. Mainly because while there's some album versions of the songs, there's some songs off the albums, there's live versions of them on here that I hadn't heard before, and I really enjoyed those. So I'm going to quickly just kind of try and run through the track listing for you. A couple of notes here. It starts off with a version of 100 Million People Who Are Dead, which was on Humpty Dumpty LSD. This is a different version as far as I can tell. It's just a short little 2-minute intro, really. Then we get into some Rembrandt Pussy Horse songs, which, you know, I don't know how we really didn't get into Rembrandt Pussy Horse enough, and that's my mistake, and I don't know how that happened, but luckily we're kind of making up for it here tonight, so you still get a little bit. You got TP Parter, or Two-Parter, followed by Tornadoes, another great song, and then, excuse me, then American Woman, which their cover song they did on Rembrandt Pussy Horse. I never really liked that version on the album or any of the other kind of live versions or recordings I heard of the song. It always made me feel just more uneasy than like the rest of the songs. And usually I'd try it out for a little bit and like, no, let's go to the next one, you know. But this version I really loved. It's just a live version. You know, I was taking some notes in the dark while I was listening to it, and I wrote "wow" down twice. You know, that's how much I really loved this version of the song. You know, so that's great. Can't wait for you to hear that. And then also off Rembrandt Pussy Horse, we've got Perry, followed by Heteroskeleton, which was on Humpty Dumpty. This is a different version than's on there, and the thing I really noticed was like there's a low like growling noise going on throughout. It's just like a guitar as near as I can tell, but this low growling guitar that was really cool. And then again off Rembrandt Pussy Horse, we've got A Creep in the Cellar, and which is a fabulous tune. I've never turned down a chance to listen to that. Whenever I see it, hit play on that one. Fabulous tune. And after that, there's a song that's called "Things That They Said I Saw," and I've never heard this song before, as far as I could tell. And it's like it almost sounds like there's a 5-piece concert band with half of them being played backwards, and Gibby's kind of rejoicing in the background. A cool little thing to stumble upon. After that, from Pua Good, there's not from Pua Good, the song PSY Psychedelic Jam that was on Pua Good. This is a live version, so there's no vocals. It's a little unfortunate, but it is, it's like 8 minutes long, and it's a really good, just a really good jam. You know, I always miss the vocals on that song, but this is one of the better live recordings I've heard of it. You know, I really enjoyed that. After that, Gary Floyd, I think that's on Locust Abortion Technician. Is it on there, huh, buddy? Yeah, maybe? Can't remember either. Had so many Butthole Surfers, so much Butthole Surfers in my head I can't keep them straight anymore. After that, we've got Matchstick, which is on PCP EP. Love that song. It's great to hear that one again. Followed by, from Psychic Powerless, we got Cowboy Bob. It's great to hear a little bit of Gibby sax every once in a while. Yeah, love. It's good stuff. And then we're going to close out with a live version of Whirling Hall of Knives. I love this song all across the board anyway, but this live version really was really fun to discover. There's no vocals on this track. It is like 8 minutes long though. And you know, it just was a really good version. To hear them just really explore the musicality of the song and just the, you know, everything. So I really love that. That is a great song to end with. And that's it. That's how we're all going to finish out Butt-tober with the Whirling Hall of Knives on Halloween night. Seems fitting, I thought. So, I hope you all enjoyed this little event. I know I did. I learned a lot. I found a lot of songs and things I didn't see, had never heard or seen before. It was very cool, a lot of fun. I do believe we will be doing this again next year, although slightly different. I noticed that just as an administrator, it's incredibly hard to keep up with really giving all the songs that we posted this month the proper time and attention and listening to that they really deserve. So this is more of a broad, full coverage thing, but we didn't get a lot of Rembrandt Pussy Horse, and we didn't do a day with Locust Abortion Technician where we really dove into that, which we should have, but that's why we're going to do it again next year. But it'll be a little less crazy. Again, this was all on the fly, last minute thing that I did, so it got a little out of hand from time to time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Happy Butt-tober. If you can't wait until next Butt-tober comes around, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a meat puppet in March. So check back in March. You might see something fun about another band from this kind of same time frame. But yeah, thanks again. Any comments, questions, contact us through our Reddit thread. I'll show you that as we head out, and enjoy your music tunes for the night. And thanks again. Happy Butt-tober, everybody.